Hey guys, what if I told you that every web page you put on your website will take you less than 5 minutes to create all the content for it and images for it? What if that were true? Well, then if it was 5 minutes each, could you do one a day? And if you did one a day, you'd have like a 25, 30 page website at the end of a month easily, right? Well, what if you said, okay, I can do more than that. I could do like 3 pages a day. Well, you could have a 90-page website at the end of a month, right? What if all those pages are written so incredibly well that they really convince people to convert? And what if they're competitive? Like when Google literally reads the quality of your pages vis-a-vis your competitors who came before you, your pages are better. Google wants to rank you higher for that. And as people land on your pages and go reading through it, they're captivated. And because of that, they spend more time on the page. That's a big measurable for ranking higher, right? Quality of the content will get you ranked higher. Time on page, get you ranked higher. And if people click things like they click and watch the video on the page, then they spend more time on the page, they interact with the page, that clicking, that also gets you ranked higher. So you can make websites that automatically rank themselves higher for you. And not just that, but because people spend time on the page and people interact with the pages, since the pages seduce that kind of power, then Google notices. And when you're ranking higher, you're going to be seen by a lot more people who are going to be a lot more interested in the pages they see. That's why Google ranks you higher, because people like the pages. And so what happens is you wind up making a lot more money. Okay? So what if those websites can write all that content for you? And by that, I mean, let's take a look at this page. See this? Somebody had to write content, right? And don't worry about the content seducing you. This is just us making the functions work. We rely on the GPT engine to provide the seduction power, which we've all seen works. GPT 3.5 specifically. We'll talk about that later. But here, take a look. This is a lot of content, okay? And this is just us producing content. We didn't make these pages look beautiful or anything, but it's easy. We produce testimonials, all of it done by automatically. What if you didn't have to write this stuff? It just filled itself in. What if you didn't have to write sections for the website? They just filled themselves in. What if you didn't have to write taglines? What if you didn't have to write descriptions? What if you didn't have to write testimonials? What if you didn't even have to write the blogs because they wrote themselves? And what if you didn't even have to write blog comments because they wrote themselves, right? And what if you could just let your system write the headers and stuff for everything? Okay, now I'm just going to show you in the back end kind of what that looks like. So when we look at this whole long section on the front page, these are sections, okay? And that's why it's one section after the next section, after the next section, after the next section. Okay, now that you know that, let me show you where that is back here. Global settings, theme settings, because that's a theme, that whole page running down. So if I walk down this theme settings page, it's a long one. There's settings for everything, and we can enable or disable, okay? And we go through the settings, okay, and we see things like this kind of content right here. We see a headline, we see a paragraph description, we see button text that's kind of like your call to action there, or it's the text to go to this page, whatever the page is, right? Just dummy data that we're putting in here right now. Browsing for the images is easy. You've got your whole image list in here, and you can go get your AI generated images whenever you want. Okay, because you just generate them really fast and then include them in your pages. We can do that for you. All right, so here's the point. As you're going through, you're thinking, wow, that's a lot of stuff to fill in. I've got a lot of stuff to write. The answer is no, you don't. With all of these sections, see this? It's an autofill button. You tell it the main concept of that section and how many words it can work with max. That way it knows like how long your description should be. See that paragraph? What's that paragraph, like 40, 50 words? So you'd put like 40 words, and you put whatever the title is for this thing, digital marketing agency, if that's what you want it to be. Now, it could be a facet of that. Maybe you're saying digital marketing prints or drafts or something like that, you know? And select the tone. Do you want it to be engaging, professional, convincing, witty, informal, or polite? I like engaging. and then hit generate. And what it does is overwrite those sections and update them right in front of your face. I'm not going to do it right now because we're just finalizing all of these things. I'm not sure which ones work fully and which ones don't. I'm not going to break it. It'll come free and be added into all of your websites. All of you who have websites, you're just going to log in, go to your global settings, your theme settings, and this will suddenly appear, all these buttons for you in a couple of days. So by the time most of you see this recording, it's already done. Anyway, yeah, every section's got one of those autofills, right? So that makes your life dramatically easier because you can concentrate on each one of those. Yeah, see, they don't have it finished yet. Anyway, you can concentrate on each one of those sections and just hit the button, fill it in, and then just final tweak or edit it if you want, right? And so this stuff is really, really cool because, yeah, they'll get it finished soon. Now, you know what's even cooler than that? You feel lucky? Here's one for the entire page from the very, very top to the very, very bottom. And when you hit generate, you know what it does? Goes through all those sections. Okay? That right here is based on a model we created that we think is pretty cool, but with the course of time, we will refine upon it. All of this is new technology that we've never seen anyone provide anywhere in any website architecture at all. All right, so there's that, right? That's autofilling the entire theme settings page for all these things that would normally take you, honestly, what, like a couple of hours or so if we're talking about that theme setting page, right? Okay, in the next video, I'm going to talk about where else we have this kind of AI technology spread throughout the site so you don't have to do the writing. And just a reminder, to be clear, in case you're wondering, go to website-installer.com. It's website installer. And any website you get from here, these new releases and these categories, no matter what website you get, they all have all of the functionality. Okay? So there you go. You can come and get these websites at any time. And the only thing to keep in mind, if you buy on a monthly basis, the AI writer is the last generation. If you buy prepaid for the annual up front, if you go ahead and get the discounted annual version, you save 2 months off the cost. And the entire period of the year, the writer that you have is the best writer on the market today. Literally the best AI writer developed on planet Earth that operates in English and many other languages. And you're going to be able to write in multiple languages, but we'll just talk about English for now. Everything transfers. Okay, talk to you soon.